Hey guys, Jason Scudellari with Classic Truck Performance, and behind us is our 79 Chevy Squarebody. Let's just say we ran the course with it. Over 230,000 miles, we had a bunch of fun, but it's time for an engine swap. We've already got the old engine out, and what we did is we went to Gandrud Chevrolet, got us a long block, which we've already bolted on the stock manifold that we took off there, cleaned it up and painted it. So we got ourselves a fresh small block Chevy, but we still need a couple more pieces. Actually, we need a lot more pieces. So I ordered a bunch of Duralast parts, and here they sit on our table. Everything from tune-up stuff like plugs, wires, cap, rotor, and accessory stuff like a water pump, alternator, starter, battery, everything we're gonna need to get this thing back up on the road. We're gonna use our stock bracketry and hardware. All that stuff was fine. But to get that going, I need to get Louie over here. He's gonna give me a hand with all the installation. We're gonna get the motor back in there, take her for a cruise, and see how it runs. All right, so now with our pulley all installed, our harmonic balancer all tightened up, Luis is gonna spin this thing over so we can get the engine on top dead center. That way when we're ready to drop a distributor in, we're ready to go.
Ready? Let's do it.
Keep going, keep going, slower. Keep going right there. Cool. Next step, we'll put a water pump on, yeah?
Rock and roll. There's a gasket, there's the bolts.
Bolts are here. We need to, let's glue the gaskets on.
All right.
You want to put some glue on those bad boys right here?
Sure.
Hook me up over here too, Louie. No, just paint my side. Just put some glue on my side. Thank you. We'll let this set up for a few minutes, and then we'll go ahead and bolt our water pump on. Don't make a mess. Jim's watching. You have a socket for me, Louie? All right. So we're gonna start with the accessory drive, get everything on the front bolted up, and then we'll move on from there. Right now we're getting the power steering pump and brackets all ready, and we'll bolt them on. You know, one thing about these old smog trucks, they got all kinds of brackets and doodads. And Louis spent a bunch of time cleaning everything up and painting it, so it may take us a second to remember how everything goes, but we will get it back together. All right. All right, in order for us to get some of these brackets on, we got to get the exhaust manifolds back in place. So we're going to start there. Go ahead, Louie, hit that side. Cinch them on down there, Louie. Where's your deep socket, buddy?
Right there.
We already got a cameraman. It's always a good idea to take pictures to remember how these things go back together.
Right.
Where's the stud go?
On this side here.
So we're gonna take that one back out. That one right here. All right. Louie, hold that right there, buddy.
Sure.
I wanna get all this stuff kind of snugged up in there. How's it work?
Perfecto mundo.
Like it should. I got one started. So we got both exhaust manifolds on there. Louie's over there back in his archives looking at pictures again for more brackets. Want to hang the alternator, the smog pump, the AC pump, and maybe drop the distributor in there. And we should be ready to get the engine into that truck.
That's how I got it apart, but
Okay, let's start by bringing the smog pump up here, and I'll get that bracket in place. So us being in California, and this being a 79, we don't have a choice but to put all the smog equipment back on. So that is what we're doing. All right, so it's time to put our Duralast alternator on. These parts are spec'd out to be as good as OE parts, and that's why we've ordered them for this build. All right, everything will kind of stay loose. Okay, I'm still missing the bracket for the bottom of the smog pump though. All right, the last thing on this side of the engine is to get this bracket on our smog pump, put the pulley back on, cinch everything down, and we'll have an AC pump to put on, and we'll wrap up the front of this engine.
Pretty much.
It should be on the boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom.
Dun, 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 dun. That's too big. Come on, buddy, look at it.
So,
Well, we can't put a belt on without an AC.
without the AC.
Let's go see what that AC looks like.
Okay.
Let's go, guys. Where's that big, oh my God. So here's the old AC stuff. We're gonna eventually be putting another AC unit under the dash unit on this thing. AC controls. And then here's the little pump that we got back on there. Luckily it's new, so I'll go ahead and we'll reinstall this, and we'll be sure to vacuum the system out to get all the moisture out before we charge it. And we're gonna convert from R12 to 134. Where are you going? We got work to do.
Where's Christian when I need him?
This right here, that goes over that.
There you go.
Which one's which since you took them off?
1 minute.
He's got it. What's he doing? Oh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Now he, oh my, it only took him till the last thing of the day.
AC, alternator, power steering.
The only thing that would have been better is if you would have put 1, 2, 3, 4 for which one goes on first, second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, that's true.
Keep going. You're getting there. Keep going. Alrighty, almost there. So close. All right. Like that. Ready?
Ready?
So we're gonna go around the water pump, crankshaft, power steering. Got it, buddy. Let's tighten that sucker up now.
Smog?
Smog. Look at that. I mean, I'm just delighted. All right, so after assembling our distributor cap with the new coil, I took the cap off of our old distributor and realized, well, it's just completely worn out. The weight, everything. So this would have been pretty sloppy in there. Could have caused some misfiring or anything else. So I ran down, got us a new Duralast distributor. It came complete with the rotor, cap, coil, everything. So we're gonna go ahead and drop a new one in there and call it a day. There we go. You like that?
Perfect. Like it.
He's happy with it. All right, we'll go ahead and put our cap on there. It's always a good idea to mark once you figure out where the orientation is on this thing. Put that in place, right there. Pick that up, there. Here's our number 1. Put a little mark there. We'll go ahead and lock that down. And then when we go to put the plug wires on, we'll go 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2. That's Luis's phone number too. So we're gonna go 1. We're gonna take the second, the longest one. Start there. Okay, and we'll just tidy these up. Put a couple little clips on there, we'll be good to go, huh, buddy?
Yep.
You satisfied?
Couple of zip ties on it.
Good, good. Looks good. Looks good, I like it. Hey, he's putting a thermostat in.
So this thermostat, gasket, and the housing.
New motor mounts are in. Engine is prepped. One last thing to do, get that into here. Down. We're in. Now I gotta put the bolts in. All right, so picked up a new radiator. Get that all installed in there. Be rocking and rolling. He's good at that. All right, time for our new starter. And they don't make these real light, do they? But they make them crank over the engine real easy. All right, so we're just about wrapped up with the engine install and all these goodies. Get this air cleaner on there, crank it over, get some oil pressure, and get the fuel up to the carburetor. All right, are we ready?
Ready?
All right.
Nice.
Sounds good. Just letting it heat up, make sure there's no leaks. You know, we got all those new parts on there, so want to make sure Luis tightened everything up.
I did it.
All right, so get this thing out on the open road. So far, so good. Installing the small block 350 from Gandrud Chevrolet into our 79 Squarebody turned out to be pretty easy thanks to the availability and precision fit of the Duralast parts we use. And since they are OE quality, we'll probably get at least another 150,000 miles out of our C10.